Welcome to the Chronicles Reports. I am your host, Chronicles. Today, we are embarking on a deep dive investigation into a story of survival, strategy, and the relentless shifting of global power. Throughout history, we have witnessed the rise and fall of monumental empires, from the Romans to the British, and from the expansive Islamic caliphates to the modern-day influence of the United States. However, there is one specific nation that stands at the literal and metaphorical crossroads of our world. It is a nation that rose from the ashes of a collapsed empire to define itself as the clever man in the middle. Today, we provide a professional analysis of the Republic of Turkey. We are exploring how a country stretched across two continents successfully plays superpowers against one another to consolidate its own sovereign influence. To truly understand the mechanics of modern Turkey, we must investigate its linguistic and cultural roots. At the conclusion of the First World War, the Ottoman Empire was on the verge of total dissolution. European powers descended like vultures, leaving almost nothing for the Turkish people. Out of this period of profound national indignity, the Turkish national movement was born. This movement was led by a brilliant commander named Mustafa Kemal, who later earned the title Ataturk, meaning Father of the Turks. Ataturk spearheaded a movement that ousted occupying armies and established the Republic of Turkey in 1923. Ataturk did not just redraw borders. He fundamentally reimagined the soul of the nation. He transitioned Turkey into the modern age by forming a parliamentary secular republic. Ataturk's legacy remains the dominant presence in Turkish political life, even as current leaders attempt to reimagine its application. The core argument here is clear. Turkey's identity is built upon a fierce refusal to be a pawn of external empires. Moving into contemporary history, we look at the 21st century. In 2002, Recep Tayyip Erdogan and his Justice and Development Party secured their first election victory. A massive constitutional shift occurred in 2017. The office of Prime Minister was abolished. Turkey transitioned from a parliamentary republic to a presidential one, granting immense executive power to Erdogan. Journalistic observation reveals a deeply divided society. While Erdogan maintains a strong support base in rural areas, the opposition continues to gain ground in major urban centers. You might ask, how does this impact the average citizen? Because internal stability dictates how a nation projects power on the world stage. Let us explore the Eurasian corridor. Turkey's geography is simultaneously its greatest challenge and its most potent weapon. The crown jewel of this geography is the Bosphorus Strait. This narrow waterway gives Ankara de facto power over the Russian Navy's access to the world's oceans. Turkey is far more than just a member of NATO. It is the essential gatekeeper of the Black Sea. This unique position allowed Turkey to act as the primary mediator in the Black Sea Grain Initiative. This is not just a diplomatic win. It directly impacted global food prices and the daily lives of people across the planet. Turkey understands that being in the middle ensures that every global superpower requires a seat at their table. How does Turkey maintain its status in NATO while simultaneously purchasing Russian S-400 missile systems? This strategy is known among experts as hostage diplomacy and strategic independence. Does Turkey seek to be pro-West or pro-East? The factual answer is neither. Turkey is unapologetically pro-Turkey. They demonstrate this by providing Bayraktar drones to help Ukraine, yet they refuse to join international sanctions against Russia. As we conclude this report, the lesson for us all is evident. The spirit of independence established by Ataturk lives on in the strategic autonomy of the Turkish people. Turkey plays a game of high-stakes geopolitical chicken because the safest and most powerful position is right in the center. Thank you for joining me on the Chronicles Reports. I am Chronicles.